Now, Upper Michigan's award-winning news.
No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace. No justice, no peace.
Those are sounds from the protests in downtown Marquette earlier today. For the Radio Results Network News, I'm Derek Miceli. Demonstrators gathered for the third straight day in opposition of police brutality and the death of George Floyd in the hands of Minneapolis police. The protest, one of many going on across the country. The Marquette ones have been fairly peaceful relative to what's gone on in other cities, even across our own state. For instance, in the capital of Lansing, where Governor Gretchen Whitmer is urging collective, peaceful, and sustainable change.
We've got to summon the courage and the self-discipline to confront these crises in nonviolent ways so that we can be impactful and make the change we want to see.
Whitmer also recently announced that the state will continue slowly reopening the economy in different regions so long as the number of new coronavirus cases continues to decline.
Groups of 100 or less can gather outdoors so long as they maintain strict social distancing. Outdoor fitness classes are permitted so long as participants can remain 6 feet from one another. Later this week, I plan to issue an executive order to move Regions 6 and 8 to Phase 5.
Of course, Region 8 is the Upper Peninsula, so we'll have more info on that as it becomes available in the coming days. Again, for the Radio Results Network News, I'm Derek Miceli.
Now, Upper Michigan's award-winning news.
Derek Miceli reporting for Radio Results Network News in Marquette. The polls officially closed. The count underway now tonight for many races and ballot proposals across the Upper Peninsula. We've got you covered for everything happening here in Marquette. The biggest race as far as Marquette City is concerned is for the 2 city commission seats up for grabs. David Campana and Sarah Reynolds' term limits are up, so there were 4 candidates on that ballot who made it through the August primaries: Evan Bonzel, Andrew Lawrencer, Sally Davis, and Nina Vondenend. Also write-in candidate Mickey Brum. The Marquette Board of Light and Power also has 1 seat open. The incumbent, Robert Nemi, the only candidate on the ballot for that position. And there are 2 seats open for the Negaunee City Council. Kevin Flowey is on the ballot, and Dana Lalonde running as a write-in candidate. We'll keep you updated on those results as they come in right here on the stations of the Radio Results Network. Well, folks, the results are in, and it was a close race for Marquette City Commission earlier tonight. Evan Bonsall claims the first of 2 seats up for grabs with 2,440 votes. The race for that second seat a little bit closer. Andrew Lawrencer edges out Sally Davis by just 20 votes, 1,463 to 1,443. So, as it stands, it'll be Bonsall and Lawrencer who will be sworn into the commission next week. In other elections, Robert Nemi will retain his seat with the Board of Light and Power, and over in Negaunee, Kevin Flowey will have a seat on the City Council. Tune into the morning news tomorrow for even more coverage and analysis of the November 2019 elections right here on the stations of the Radio Results Network. Reporting for News Radio 610 KONA, I'm Derek Miceli, live at the Tri-City Water Follies. A beautiful, sunny, and a little abnormally cool day for this type of event, which I think most of us will not complain about that, but an event that many didn't even know if it would happen some months ago amidst the height of the COVID-19 pandemic, and there was all this talk of, is it going to happen? Is there going to be limited capacity? Well, the event is on, but it's not quite happening right now. That's because out here on the water, there's a giant raft of what they call milfoil, which is basically seaweed in the river, and that happened when they raised the water levels for these races, for a lot of the boats, to give them the widest lanes possible. All this, basically the seaweed came up and is now underneath. They've got a mass, they say, about the size of a football field. There are some boats attempting to just cut it up and get that out of the way. So that's what the delay has been here. The question now remains, what are they going to do about it? They're trying to cut it up, and so they haven't had any races today. And they're looking at potentially running some stuff a little later into the night if they can. Moving some stuff tomorrow. Things are getting bumped around, but they still are going to try and get these things taken care of. And obviously with most of the heats and qualifiers set to take place tomorrow, and then the big major races at Hapo Cup on Sunday. But you can stay up to date, of course. We are live here on site. You can follow here on Facebook, and then also 610 KONA on the AM news dial. Again, reporting for News Radio 610 KONA, I'm Derek Miceli.